Hello and welcome to Environmental Science with me, Mr. Thornton. So I would love to meet you in person, but unfortunately, you are going to have to experience me in this video as a little head in an aquarium, just like your students have for the last 4 weeks. So I hope to get the chance to meet you in person sometime in the near future. Okay. This is going to be a short presentation. I'm going to try to fly through this because I know you're busy and you have 7 other presentations to get through. So here's our agenda for today. Sign in, contact info, who I am, course content, and I will summarize our grading policies as quickly as I can. We are going to be using QR codes because you will see this as a video. So any links that I want you to go to will be QR codes. So please use your iPhone or Android device camera to take a look at those links. If you're not familiar with QR codes, if you're on an iPhone, all you have to do is point it at the code and wait a moment for the camera to recognize it. On an Android, that may work, or you may have to download an app like QR Droid. And since this is a video, go ahead and pause it if you need to use a QR code. Okay, our very first QR code is my teacher information page. This is where you can find all the information you might want to contact me, from video chat to old-fashioned over the phone. It is a link to a Schoology page, which means you will have to be able to log into Schoology to use it. I'm going to move on, but go ahead and pause the video if you need to. Here is a quick parent sign-in form. You will just be asked for some contact information and some basic information to fill out. If you are more comfortable with a Spanish form, this is the same form in Spanish. Okay, so now that you're done with those forms, here is a brief blurb on who I am. So, my name's Mr. Daniel Thornton. I started working in education all the way back in the early 2000s when my first job in high school was working in a science enrichment program for elementary school students. I have degrees in Chinese and chemistry, and I recently completed my degree for a master's of teaching. I am teaching environmental science because I think environmental science is a critical thing to understand for anybody in life, and it's only becoming more so. Environmental science is relevant locally, but it's also relevant globally. And as we've seen in these events like coronavirus and climate change, science issues are more and more driving everyday life for everyone, both Americans and people around the world. So science literacy gets more important every year. And in 9th grade, this is where students start on science literacy. So I take that very seriously. Okay, how to access course content. The vast majority of our course content is on marietta.schoology.com, and any course content that isn't on Schoology will be linked on Schoology. So I expect students to use Schoology as their first and most important place to get content on the internet. Here is what a Schoology screen in my course looked like. The course symbol in the top left is the spinning earth. To get to class every day, or rather twice a week, you are going to, or your student is going to click that class Zoom link at the top. Lessons and materials are in the daily lesson folders at the bottom, and you will find due dates, which are very important, at the right side of the screen. This is for you and for your students, grades and attendance. So we use a portal called Aspen. There is a link to Aspen in that QR code, and I have put the text link at the bottom. The way to get to probably what you're most interested in is grades in this class. The way to get to that is in the Student tab at the top of Aspen, and then the Academics tab on the left. You can even see individual assignments, whether they've been turned in and what grade your student got on them, by clicking on a course in the Academics view and then going to the Assignments side tab on the left. And I would be happy to help you figure this out if you need any help with it. Again, my contact information is on this presentation and on Schoology. Moving on, the syllabus. Here is the link to the syllabus. As with most other things, it is on Schoology, so you will need a Schoology login to view it, but I'm going to summarize what it says briefly. Okay, so in brief, what the syllabus says is that students are expected to attend Zoom class twice a week. And that is 8 Zoom classes twice a week. So students have 4 classes each day. They are expected to participate in class. I prefer it on the microphone. I love seeing students' faces. It's very strange being a teacher and having your students just be a little black square with a mute icon in it. I would really love it if students were able to be on microphone and on camera. I understand there are technical issues, but participation really is preferred, and being on microphone and on camera is the best. Expectations for schoolwork. Students should complete their schoolwork. Grades count. This is not like the emergency closure back in March. We are doing this semester whether we do it virtually or whether we come back to school. So students do need to complete their work, and they do need to log in and check due dates on Schoology. All right, we're almost done here, and I am almost at 10 minutes, so I'm just going to wrap this up. Grading. Again, you can find grades on Aspen. Grades count. I get a lot of parent questions about what the grade codes mean, so I'm going to go through that really briefly here. If it's missing, that blows a huge hole in the student's grade. Missings count as zeros. Please make sure that students don't have overdue and missing assignments, especially with high school freshmen. Students can really get in trouble quickly if they stop paying attention and stop turning in grades. E you may see as exempt. That just means that your student's not responsible for that grade, so don't worry about it. Pend is a temporary exemption. For example, if a student had an excused absence and the due date is passed, I may put in a pend there. That may become a missing in the future if they don't turn it in. And ungraded just means it's waiting for me to grade it. Moving on to how grades in this course are calculated. 60% of the grade in this course is homework and quizzes and schoolwork. So please make sure students are coming on time, are participating, and are keeping up on their schoolwork. 40% of the grade is tests. The late policy in the syllabus is that it's 10% off each day. So please make sure you are checking Schoology events and checking the overdue listing in Schoology to make sure that your student's not missing anything and is not getting those 10% ticked off every day. And that's it. And with that, I wish I could see you. I know you guys are going to be seeing this. I would like to meet you in person. Hopefully we'll have the chance in the future. And that is it. I won't keep you any longer. So have a great week.